Hey everybody! I scared Lammy with that one, didn't I? He's like, what the?
Bleep.
We just rolled into Sevier County up here. We're coming up here to Sevierville. If you watched last week, you know we're heading up here to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge this weekend. We're super excited to try out this new campground. We're trying to get you some footage of that. It's kind of rainy today, but we lucked out.
Rainy.
We watched the radar, and you know, we found a window there that we was able to leave out on.
We're threading the needle. We're going in between storms.
Hopefully we get up here and get set up and get everything done before the rain comes back in on us, because I think it is supposed to rain later today. So
it is.
That may hamper our filming a little bit for this trip. But anyways, you need to stick around and actually check out this campsite, this new campground up here, because I think it's going to be magnificent.
Yeah, we're excited.
They're supposed to have some premium sites with even hot tubs and everything else on them. So we didn't get one of those. But
they were all booked for this trip.
yeah, we might have, but you know. But it is, like I say, it is a resort type campground, and so it ought to be pretty cool to check out. Which brings up the question: this is the first time we've been to this campground. Do you guys get nervous when you first go to a new campground?
Yes.
Not knowing, you know, because we don't know the road there. We've been up here so many times. We know most of these roads up here.
But not this campground.
But not this campground. So, you know, is that something, you know, you research? I know we watch other YouTubers, you know, they pull up Google Maps and all that kind of stuff and kind of look at the areas coming into it so they kind of know what's going on. We used to do a lot of that. Especially when we had our bigger camper. We really used to do a lot of that, you know, Google Maps and checking out and looking at the roads, and, you know, it's going to have plenty of clearance and all that. I guess we've been doing it so long now, we either get lazy or more trusting.
More comfortable. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you think about it, you know, this is a resort type campground, so they've got the big Class A's, they got the big fifth wheels that come in up here.
So we shouldn't have any trouble.
Yeah, so we really shouldn't have any trouble. And honestly, we did actually cheat and look to see where it was located from our other campground that we normally stay at up here, and it's not that far away. So and like I said, we've been up here so much we know most of the roads.
Keep left to stay on US 411 North, US 441 South.
And so, you know, I guess we don't worry about it as much as we used to, but it was just something that I thought about on the way up here, you know. So I was curious how other people do it. So, you know, let us know, you know, in the comments, you know, are you one of those people that research and really check everything out, or do you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants and just go with it? So we're getting to the point where we're
on US 411 North for 11 miles.
I swear to God, GPS. We're kind of getting to the point where we roll with it a little bit more than what we used to. We used to really research everything. Of course, getting the smaller camper did help with that some, because, you know, I feel more comfortable with it than the big camper. Well,
it's a little easier to maneuver.
But again, we are fixing to probably upgrade and get to the fifth wheel, and that's what put my mind thinking about it going down that track. You know,
it'll be a new learning curve.
Yeah. But again, we got an exciting weekend. We are going to Dolly Parton's Stampede up here while we're up here. Of course, we're not going to film the whole show. You know us, if you watch our show, we don't do that. I will maybe record a few little tidbits here and there, just to give you a taste of it. But, you know, obviously you owe it to yourself to come up here and do it. And, you know, these places, you know, they're in business to make money, and, you know, they employ a lot of people up here. And so you need to come see their act. It's a really cool act. We've seen it at Christmas time before,
but never just the general show.
But yeah, so this still will be a different show for us. And there's a multitude of dinner shows up here. If that's something you're into, it's a really cool place to come check out a bunch of different ones. And so,
and of course, we'll make another trip through Roaring Fork. It's one of our favorites. We do it every time we're up here. Yeah,
and again, I'm not going to shoot a whole video on that, because if you do, I'll put a link. We did Roaring Fork before. I'll put the link up here in the corner, so you can go check out that video if you want to.
Exactly.
But again, we hit Roaring Fork almost every single time we're up here, unless we just run out of time. So,
love it.
You know, a lot of people come up here and go to what's the other one?
Cades Cove.
Cades Cove, and Roaring Fork is kind of like that, but it's a lot closer. Cades Cove is about a 45-minute drive, And sometimes we've been up here, it's been so crowded, it'll take you an hour just to get into Cades Cove.
Maybe
Traffic's
more.
backed up so bad.
There was one time we were here and they were estimating a 3-hour drive to get into Cades Cove.
And so
we've never had that much backup at Roaring Fork.
Right, and Roaring Fork's kind of like that, but it's honestly it's right off downtown Gatlinburg, so it's really close. It's really easy to get to, and the whole trip don't take you 45 minutes an hour, depending on how much you want to stop and walk around.
Exactly.
Now they have some amazing hiking trails up there.
Yes.
And so, especially when the weather is great, I mean, my gosh, the people be parked everywhere just to hike on some of these trails. So I mean, you know, so that's something to consider if you're into all that. We won't be doing any of that this trip, mainly because it's supposed to be kind of rainy and bad weather this trip for us. But anyways, Lammy's got his hair did, got his nails did this week, and so he's all ready for the trip. You saw him here in the video. We did bring him along. He's kind of taking a nap right now on this long drive, but
he had a spa day.
Yep. But we're excited to show you what we're all doing this week.
Y'all ready to go? Come on. Let's do it. Y'all ready now? I'm making my move. Better stand back, cause I'm coming through. Can't hold me down, can't bottle this heat. I'm burning up like 1,000 degrees. Watch it, post it, it's getting wild, man. All eyes on me, keep it dialed and swipe it, like it, look, I made it. Hashtag, yo, I'm the greatest. And the game don't stop till I get on top. Are you ready now? Whoa, yeah. I'm making moves. I'm ready to go. I'm making moves. Get up and go. I'm never gonna stop until I'm on top. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm making moves. I'm a lightning flash, yeah, I'm coming fast. Better brace yourself, feel my thunder crash. Can't tune me out, I'm coming direct. I'm born for this, yeah, ready, get set. Motivated, get to working. John Wayne on a different purpose. Concentrated, never swerving. I'ma teach class, y'all keep learning.
All right, guys, as you can see, we are out here. We are set up. I was actually going to set up the camera on the stand and show us the pulling in and setting up, and then I realized once we got here, we had a pull-through site. And so, you know, really wasn't a whole lot to show there. No backing in, nothing complicated, so we just were able to pull straight in. But man, this place is magnificent. I did a little bit of walkthrough, minute to get our drive-through that I'll put up here, kind of showing you some of the sites. But there's, I don't know how many sites are in here. I'll have to look it up. But I mean, this place is beautiful. You see, we got lucky and got right here on the end. Right down here is the pool area. So just right across the street from the pool area. Back up behind that right there, what you're seeing back up in there, that's the premium sites. If you notice, those actually have fireplaces. They actually have hot tubs at them. And I'm telling you, that is the place to be if you can get in them. They don't have a whole lot of them back there right now. That's all they got. There's, I think there's 4 premium spots, and then there's a few on the outer ring there. But that's a dead end up there. So once you get up in there, there's really nobody to bother you. If there ain't somebody up in there camping right up in there, there's really no need for no traffic. And then right here across from the pool, right here's the lake. You see there's a few people out there fishing right now. And then back behind that, that building behind those dumpsters there is actually the bathhouse. And then up above it is, they've got like a cafe and everything. So you can go in there and they actually have some pretty good foods, what we've been told. But I'll just kind of pan around here and kind of give you a little show in here. So there's different levels here. You see there's some levels up above where we're at here. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 aisles right here on the level we're at. See that Airstream just pulling in there. But then there's actually another level up above that. And these are some pretty long rows here. So there's actually a lot of sites here. But we got the Blackstone up here. We're cooking some supper. Trying a new Blackstone recipe tonight. Start getting good at some of these recipes. I'll start filming some of those and maybe showing them to you. But I just want to kind of give you a quick glance around. Here again, you can kind of see the sights all the way down through there. I'll zoom in just a little bit. But very, very, very beautiful resort. And when I say resort, I mean they've got it all here. They've got a conference center down front. You see every site has a picnic table and a fire pit. This is all metal, solid metal fire pit. And so, I mean, it's really, really nice. I haven't seen anything that they've slacked on a bit here since we pulled in this place. Again, if you remember a few videos ago, you see we got our Blackstone hooked up. We got the gas line hooked in right here where I showed you that previous video. Loving that. Don't have to worry about carrying a tank with us. So absolutely loving having the Blackstone hooked up. See, we got Laramie's little play area set up here, so that way if he did run out the door, we do have his little gate here. I wish we'd brought some more panels. We actually have more panels on this. Wish we'd brought some more so we could extend it on out to the grass area here. But oh, another cool thing here, guys, is they do have buddy sites. You see this site right here across from us? They got 2 big old Class A's there, and it's a buddy site, so they can pull in next to each other and kind of share the grassy area, and that way the awnings open to each other. There's some other buddy sites also. There's a couple up there in that premium set, and they've got them marked around. There's actually 2 big old Super C's, if you can see them there. That's buddy sites right there, right past that building there. So, and like I said, the conference center down there when we first come in is huge. I mean, if you wanted to have RV rallies here or anything like that, it'd be a great place to have it. There's lots of area to get together down there. My only complaint is there's really not a lot of shade. I mean, they have come out and planted trees. You see the trees around, but they're still kind of in their infancy right now. Now, once these things get bigger over the years, shade won't be an issue. But again, this park's only been here probably 2 or 3 years, and so, you know, it takes time. It takes time for some of these trees to grow. And they are pet friendly here. They have a couple different dog parks around the facilities, and pretty large actually. This thing is already done. This one's actually divided into 2 parts. It's got a small section down there if you wanted to kind of keep your dog away from the bunch of the other ones, and then they got this big large section here too. See Laramie checking it out. But this whole middle section here is all grass, and so you got 2 rows of campsites on that side, and then 2 rows of campsites on this side. And so again, it's very, very well laid out. And I noted earlier, I showed you the pool right across from us earlier. There's actually also another pool up there where the main conference center is, where the registration is too. So there's another pool up there for those sites up closer to the front.
He's got to add his smell.
Again, I don't know what site number this one is right here, but right here next to this great big tree, to me that right there would be a great site to have, because you have all this green space instead of another camper right there next to you. So if you couldn't get one of those premium sites, that one's a pretty good one too. Now again, I like the one we got down at the very end. You do have a little bit of traffic coming in and out because of the pool area and the kids coming around, but again, we haven't had any problems with any noise at all while we've been here. Oh, and if you don't have a camper, they have tiny houses here too that you can rent. Here's one of them. They've got several of them up front when you first come in, and they even have what they call tents. Now, the biggest tent I've ever seen in my life. I'd call them more of a yurt, but again, so they have some other options here if you have some people coming along that maybe don't have a RV. And then here's the little pond here. Saw some people out here fishing earlier. Tried to get a shot, but I was a little bit farther away because I was on the other side. But again, right over there at that little pavilion is where the pool is, back here in this area. And then a nice little pond area. It's pretty neat. And again, here is where they have the deli and everything up there. I think the only day it is closed is on Saturdays, so it should be open tomorrow. They have some laundry facilities and all that, bathhouses, all that's in that building there. And here's a little closer look at the signature sites, premier sites. I can't remember what they called them here, but you can kind of notice that they do have a fireplace there, and looks like a gas grill there. They have tables and chairs with umbrellas, and like I say, there's several of them. It's even got hot tubs on the side. Nice big tree there for shade, overlooking the pond. It's really nice.
Hey everybody.
You're making fun of me.
No, never would.
She's making fun of me.
Nope.
Hey everybody, we are up here, not quite into Roaring Fork yet, but we're on our way up to Roaring Fork. We're actually out here with what's called the Ogle Place.
Ogle Place.
It's actually
Ogle Homestead.
Yeah, it's the old homestead up here. You can't quite see it. The house is actually through there. You just gotta walk through a little trail there, but it's, you know, parking's right here. But we just finished up at the Craftsman Fair. Again, I didn't take the camera in there because we filmed up there before. I will. I'm not sure how many cards it'll let me put up here, but if it'll let me, I'll put it up here at the top.
Yep.
If not, I'll put the link to the video down below in the comments.
Yeah.
So you can go check it out. Again, we know a lot of times it's the same vendors at this one up here. They did have a lot of first-time vendors this year.
They sure did.
But it was cool to catch up with some of the people that we've met before.
Yes.
We always have to stop and get our dip up there.
Well, and honestly, they ask that you don't film
and
or
by
video.
by dip, I mean cracker dip.
Yeah, like
chip dip, stuff like that.
Sour cream dip.
Yeah. So.
But a lot of times at the Craftsman Fair, they'll ask you not to photograph or video because these are handmade items and they don't want somebody coming in and just taking pictures and trying to knock off
and trying to knock off the stuff, and I completely understand that. Speaking of which, there was a guy in there that made linear clocks. First time I've ever seen anything like that in my life.
It was beyond words.
And so this is actually the first weekend of the Craftsman Fair. It runs all the way through the 17th.
17th.
Right? And so if you're heading up here in the next week or so, make sure you check it out. It's definitely worth it.
Well, and they do have the Craftsman show, the Craftsman Fair show again in October. And it is a bigger show that lasts longer, so you can look it up online. We can put the link to their website, and it's definitely worth doing. Yep.
But we're fixing to take, I don't know if you can see him here. Where's he at?
There's Lammy. Down. Yeah, he's down there.
We got Lammy up here with us. He's riding with us. He went in and said hi to everybody at the Craftsman Fair.
Yep.
But we're fixing to ride on up to Roaring Fork. Again, if you've never been up here, traffic light number 8 in Gatlinburg. If you're coming from Pigeon Forge into Gatlinburg, take a left at red light number 8. It's not very well marked anymore down there at the red light. It used to have a sign there, but it don't really anymore.
It's right at Bubba Gump.
Yep. Turn left at Bubba Gump and keep following that road.
Yep.
And when you get up here to the old homestead, once you get right past here, there's actually a loop that'll turn you around and take you back down because you're still on the 2-lane road here. Don't turn around. Keep going. It'll turn into a 1-lane road, and it'll actually take you all the way up the side of the mountain and bring you back down 321 down towards where Old Red is right at the beginning of Gatlinburg.
Well, and that's all in our video, so make sure you put that on there.
Yep. And like I say, if it'll let me do multiple cards, I'll put the links for where we did a Roaring Fork before and the Craftsman Fair before. Like I said, I just didn't want to shoot them again because we kind of already done them. But if I can't get them in the cards, I'll put it in the information down below.
Yep.
And then we're waiting for our friends, the Hightowers, Gary and Crystal, to get up here.
Yes.
And we're going to Dolly Parton Stampede later today.
Yes,
to
we
have
are.
dinner and a show.
Yep. We're excited.
Suckered you into that, didn't
I figured you would.
Hey guys, I just want to take a quick note. The mountain laurel up here is blooming right now. It is so gorgeous.
There's tons of it.
There's tons of it, especially when you look down in these valleys down off the side here. Because I mean, we're getting pretty high up in elevation. Our temperature's done dropped about what, 4 or 5 degrees.
We've dropped 4 degrees since we left the city.
Now it is kind of misty and rain a little bit on us today, but
There's
again,
a lot of fog.
Gatlinburg's kind of like Disney World. you don't let the rain stop you.
Oh no,
you come on
just
up here.
Persevere.
Now the views up here, it is a little bit misty up here, so when you get to some of the lookouts, it may inhibit your long range viewing.
But it's a totally different view.
Yeah, it almost feels like you're in a rainforest up here today.
It's gorgeous.
And so again, even if the weather's not perfect, come on up in here.
Just do it.
Like I said, we come up here every time we're up here. We're normally up here 2 or 3 times a year, and so we've seen it in the fall, in the spring, in the summer, in the rain.
Well, and there was a wildfire here a few years back. We came up as soon as it opened after the wildfires, and you could see everything that had burned.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it in every state, and it's just as beautiful in every time we've been here.
Yeah. Now, if it does get in climate weather, like snow or ice, they will shut it down because it is a very narrow road.
Yes.
I say narrow. Now, if you got a big truck, don't worry about it.
You can get a dually through here.
You can, but it feels narrow, and there's some steep drop-offs and stuff like that. So that's the reason why they close it off if it does get icy or snowy or like that. But I'm telling you, anytime you can come up here, you got to check this place out.
Yeah, it's a must-do.
Life is wonderfully beautiful. Life is wonderfully
that's going to wrap up this video. We are actually already hitched up, heading back home.
Sad.
Yeah, but we had a great time. Like I said, we met with the High Tires. We went and did the Dolly Parton Stampede last night.
It was great.
Yeah, we'd been to it before at Christmas time. We took the kids a few years ago. This is the first time we saw the regular show, and it was awesome. It was
a really good show.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. I got just a few clips, like I said before. We always told you we want to try to show you a little bit of it. We don't show you much. They don't allow recording and all that in there.
Yes.
And so I just got just a couple little clips when I knew it wouldn't be distracting to anybody or anything, and just to give you a little teaser.
How about now? Hey y'all, you can't be too careful nowadays. You get that idiot on you can't wash that off. Get over here.
And so again, if you're ever in the area, definitely go check it out. Like I said, there's tons of dinner shows up there. There's tons of stuff to do in Gatlinburg. We just love it up there. Of course, obviously you got the great Smoky Mountains National Park up there, which is absolutely amazing to visit. And so we just encourage you to get out. If you've got a camper, get out, go where you can, when you can, with what you can.
Definitely.
Just do with what you have. You ain't always got to have the fanciest stuff to get out there. Just get out there and do it.
Make the most of every day.
Gary and Crystal came up. They actually didn't bring their camper up. They just stayed in their Airbnb, come up there and go to the Craftsman show. Of course, we went out to dinner, and then we went out with them this morning, had breakfast. Went to the Apple Barn. That's an awesome place to have breakfast.
Yes.
If you've never had breakfast there, they've got the apple fritters.
Oh, the apple fritters with apple butter is amazing.
Yeah, and so
I want a basket of those to take home.
Yeah, we're bad. There's other new places we want to try, but then we like our old favorites.
We like the favorites.
And so we never seem to be up there enough to do everything. So,
wow.
but that's always a reason to go back later.
And go back to our favorites again. It's a cycle here.
It is. It is. We also did try a new custard place. Was it called Andy's?
Andy's Frozen Custard.
Now that was amazing.
It was really yummy.
They had what they call jackhammers.
The jackhammer, they call their custards a concrete because it's thick. If you know, like a Dairy Queen Blizzard, it's like that, except it's their brand and it's custard rather than ice cream. But the jackhammers, they jackhammer a hole down the middle of it and fill it with a syrup or a cream or whatever of your choice. We got fudge filling in ours, hot fudge. Gary got one that had marshmallow cream in the middle, so that was pretty awesome.
Yep, and it was Laramie approved. We let him have a couple of licks.
It.
He liked it.
Yeah, he sure did.
And so, you know, a lot of new things coming up there. They've got a new, right down the place from the campground we stayed at. They're doing a new, it's like a, what do they call it? Like a digger theme park.
Yeah, they're going to have large, like, excavation equipment.
Yeah.
You know, those bobcats, that kind of thing, for you to actually be able to drive.
Get out there and play around and dig around in the dirt.
Yep.
And so we loved the ridge. Had a wonderful sunset last night.
The sunset was beautiful.
That we actually got some pictures of. Yeah. And this is a tight little section right here going next to the tractor trailer.
We're in a little tiny town right now.
Yeah, with little bitty tiny streets.
Roads. Yeah.
But anyways, sorry, I had to pay attention there for a minute. I got a little tight. But yeah, but the ridge, wonderful people. You can't ask for nicer people that we talked to while we was there. The people was running the place.
Well, lots of amenities. The pool was awesome and well lit at night, gorgeous at night.
Yeah.
Like he said, the sunset was just unbelievable. There's tons of things around the park to do. Lots of walking, very clean. The dog park, the deli, the store inside the registration building.
Yeah, and they're
really
great.
Nice.
I get, you know, they get your phone number and everything when you're there, and so they text you with updates. Like they have activities for kids. Like last night actually we had a little bit of bad weather. They had some lightning, so they told everybody, hey, we're shutting down the pools until the lightning has passed, the storms have passed.
So they text all of that.
Yeah, so they text you all the information about what's going on. You know, like I say, even activities and stuff. So I thought that was a nice little thing that we haven't run into. I don't think at any other.
No, we've never had that
RV
before,
parks,
and it was really nice being informed.
Yeah, so being in the loop and stuff, and of course, you know, in the first text I said, if you want to opt out, you can opt out. But it was nice knowing what was going on. So we will definitely be back there. The rates was very reasonable, I thought. That's the reason why we actually kind of went there. We loved the other place we always went to, but
they've gone up on the rates so much.
The new place that bought them out, the rate almost doubled on us, and you know, we're just looking for a quick weekend getaway, and this place, the rates was a lot better. So
well, and we had been wanting to give the ridge a try, and so this was a great opportunity to do that, and we were very happy with it.
So I will put their information down in the comments below if you want to try to book something up there. They do stay very booked, especially if you want one of those premium sites. But again, if you follow them on Facebook and all that, they're real good about, like this weekend was booked full, but they had a last minute cancellation, and they'll put that out there on Facebook. So, you know, if you're able to get away, you know, spur of the moment, you can probably score a site like that even when they are full.
For sure. Well, and I will throw something else out there. I know we told you guys a few weeks ago that now we are Amazon affiliates, and so we can put product links. If you use those links and go purchase, we do get a little bit of a commission from Amazon for those purchases. Something we didn't show it on video, but when we went to the Craftsman Fair, we took Laramie with us, and I carried him. I've got a bag that we purchased through Amazon that he can sit in, and it made it so nice taking him with us over to the Craftsman's Fair. He had his own little safe, secure spot. It was easy to carry him, but he was still able to see everything, and people could pet him and say hello.
Cheap. Well, even his little car seat that we got right here.
His car seat here, we got from there as well.
And I think I got a picture, maybe a little video of the site. I can't remember for sure. But we have a little donkey gate.
Yeah, we put an enclosure on our campsite so that he can run in and out the door and can't be free to roam. That way he's protected and he's safe. So what we'll do is we'll put those Amazon links down below for those 3 items. And if you guys have any questions or comments about them, please let us know.
Absolutely. We're always here to help, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Have a great week, guys.